What's going on? Whoa, what happened to my voice there? What's going on, everybody? This is Martin from Sigma Gaming, and today I'm going to show you how to play Naruto CCG on Untap. Um, so you would start off by going on to untap.in. It's a website that allows you to play different card games, uh, like Final Fantasy, Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, Card Fight Vanguard, etc., etc. There's a lot of games. So once you log into the Untap website, you would go create an account. I already have an account, so I don't have to do that process. But it's like a 2 or 3 minute process, to do. And again, it's free. You could pay for membership if you want to. Totally up to you. There are perks to being a member, but it's not required. It's not a pay to win, so it's kind of deal. It's just you pay to get extra cool swag, like maybe your backs are on your card looks better, etc., etc. Once you've made your account, um, you can start by building a deck. What I would probably do is I'll hit the chat before I even start building the deck. So you hit chat, um, and then you'll see like more channels, right? And there's up to 3 channels you can choose from at any given time. So you can have 3 active channels. There are different channels for different games. If you are a Power Ups member, you can have a total of 5 channels running simultaneously. I have custom collectible card game as a channel because I do custom card game stuff. I have Final Fantasy trading card game because, well, I have a Final Fantasy trading card game channel and I play the game. And then, last but not least, we have the Naruto CCG. Once you have those selected or the ones that you want your channels per se, you just hit save channels and you'll see them on the left side. As you can see, there are people here talking live right now. But once you do that, you'll hit decks and you'll create a deck. So let me just delete this. It should look blank like this, and you'll hit create deck. And in this case, it says deck title. I'm gonna create a deck title. I'm gonna call it Sigma Gaming. And once you're done with your deck title, you want to select the game type. And in this case, it's Naruto CCG because that's what we're doing. We're playing Naruto. This is a Naruto video tutorial on how to play it. So Naruto will be our default game that we're going to do for today. And then you hit create deck. If you hear an airplane flying, I'm very sorry about that. The airport's not that far from my house, unfortunately. So we tend to hear planes all the time. And again, I'm very sorry about that. Your first deck. Here's a few tips to get started. I'm gonna hit skip tips because I know what I'm doing, but you can check the tips out when you want. It's very useful stuff to look at. So you're gonna see this. It's all blank, nothing here. You're gonna see a few things on the right side. One of them will say starts in play cards. So just make sure this is at 0. It's pretty much telling you when you load up your deck to the game, you're gonna have cards already in play. Most of these stuff are used for like people who play like Dragon Ball Super where they have leaders and stuff like that, or Card Fight Vanguard where they have their card they already start off in the game with. And there are certain cards in some games that say, well, if this card's in your deck, start the game with it already in play, so stuff like that. Since there are no cards like that in Naruto, what we will do is you put your cards in main deck. So most of your cards are going to go in your main deck. You should have 50. This shows, this should be at 0. Cards in hand should be at 0. Unfortunately, throwaway is going to be changed to discard pile, but right now we have it as throwaway. So that's your discard pile. That should be at 0. Expel is your remove from game area. That should also be at 0. And face down is going to be changed to say um, reinforcement deck. So that's where your reinforcement cards go. And if you have a side deck, you can obviously put your 15 card side deck. This Naruto has a maximum of 15 cards in your side deck, no more, no less. Sorry, not 15. I apologize, everybody. 10. So we're gonna start adding cards to the deck, and I'm going to, because it's Naruto, the card game. Let's just start off with Naruto. Naruto. And now you notice that there are 39 Naruto cards, which is not true. There's a lot more than 39. I believe there's a total of 155, something of those numbers. What's going on is that the system has, well, I won't say the system, but Naruto itself has like maybe 90 something cards, right? Like 94 or 98. I'm not 100% sure the numbers of different Narutos in the game. And because his name is Naruto Uzumaki, what the admin did was they decided to add it to alt cards. So yes, it says alternate art. Sorry, art image and it's 94. So it's 94 different Naruto's there. You just have to scroll down and find the one you're looking for. If you know your cards, the card number, it'll be easier, so you don't have to worry. You don't have to look at the image like I have to do it at the moment. So let's try to put Legacy Naruto. I don't know what Legacy Naruto number is, but I think it's a US card, isn't it? No, I don't think it is. Let's see here. It's a little pain, a little bit of a pain in the ass, but that's how you're gonna have to do it for the time being. There's a different way of doing this, and I would probably show you how to do it afterwards. What is, you know what? I don't care about the Naruto. Oh, this is a cool card. I've always loved this card, so I'm gonna use this one. So once you find the card you want, you just hit you left click it, click on it, and then you notice that it changed from whatever Naruto was before. You can take your you can drag it if you want to into the main deck, or you can double click. Unfortunately, it's gonna have a max value of 4. You would have to edit it to put max value of 3. You can either press the minus, or you can double click that and just type in 3. Oops. Or 1, 2, 12 if you want. In this case, 3 will be the number. And you can just keep doing that for all your cards. So I'm gonna, oops, I got this Naruto in here twice. Let's not do that. X remove. It's gonna put on the list of Naruto's. Oh, that doesn't belong there. Once you have 50 cards, I'm not gonna do all 50 right now. But once you have 50, actually I could do 50, right? Let me just, I didn't think about it. I could just type 50. You can always just drag it to the left to remove it. So we have 50 Naruto Gamakichis in our deck. Obviously, you cannot do that. If you do it, you're a cheater. And then let's add this to the face down pile, which will be changed later down the line to say uh, reinforcement. I'm going to add 15 because the maximum reinforcement is 15. And there you go. Now, you can scroll this down to the left side over here, and it's going to say advanced deck options. And then I just want to change the cover of the deck. So I'm going to change the cover to be Naruto and Gamakichi and Naruto squad, which is from set 29. As you can see, set 29. This is from the fan made sets. And when you're ready, you hit save. I like to hit save twice just in case. Oh, those are all the perks for power. I clicked on them by accident, but you might as well take a look at it when you're here. There's all the stuff you can get from it. So you would hit the arrow back. Just make sure your deck's there. Click on it again. See if it fully saved. In this case, it did. You got 50 cards in your main deck, 15 in your reinforcement deck. Jeez, I was gonna say extra deck. Now, when you want to start a game, you can just hit games. and then there's different lobbies for different games. In this case, we want to do Naruto. There are no games currently being played, so I just can't match up with somebody. So in this case, I'm going to hit new game. Type in new. You can put the name of the game room. Naruto has different formats, so just make sure you type in the correct format. And then on the top right, I don't know if you noticed, but it's going to say Naruto. Now this little tab will show you different card games for like different decks that you have. So let's say if you have a deck for Magic, Force of Will, Final Fantasy, and Yu-Gi-Oh, you're gonna see all those different games. Make sure that it says Naruto because we want to make a Naruto lobby. So Naruto. So we're gonna change this to say um, um, Midwest list because I used the Midwest list plus set 29 format. So that way people know that this is the kind of format we're using. We're using the Midwest list plus set 29 cards. So no one gets surprised. Um, so once that's done, you can hit playstyle to hit casual, competitive, beginner. I'm just gonna hit beginner. I don't know why that's there, but it's there. And then you hit players. You can do solo play if you want to, if you want to play test something or you want to go through the deck, cards, whatever. So you can just do that. 2 players. This game is a maximum of 2 players. There's also a 3-player mode if you want to add a third person to your game, and then there's a 4-player mode. Now, because we have a free membership, we can only do up to 4 players. When you have your power ups, you can do 5 to 6 players. See what it says? Creating a 5 to 6 player game is reserved for untapped users' power up to gain access. Also, we cannot add a password. So, say I wanted to add a password, let's put down Sigma. It will not allow me to add a password. Setting a game password reserved to untapped users' power ups to gain access. So you need to be a paid member to get that. Um, in this case, because I am only showing you how to play the game on Untap, I'm going to hit solo. Now you're able to have a mirror player if you want to, or you can just disable it. In this case, I will enable it because I want to show you interactions with the opponent. Start game. This normally to start a game, it normally takes like 30 seconds if you were doing a 2 game player, but because I'm doing it by myself, it's a lot faster. So once your little lobby is made and you see your opponent comes in, you can hit enter game and the game will commence. Once you're in this screen, what you want to do is you want to hit insert deck and select the deck that you want to play with. If you have a whole bunch of decks, you can type, and search, just type it in if you want to, but I'm not doing that. I only have one, so let's hit the Sigma Gaming, just click on it once, and boom, it loaded up the cards. So you have 50 cards in your deck, and 15 face down cards. You can see it says 15. Now, before you start the game, you would have to determine who's going to go first. So there's a die panel. Oh, there's a panel on the left side with different things to do, and one of them is a die. You can either click on the 6-sided die, 10-sided die, and the 20-sided die. I'm going to roll a 6-sided, so I'll click on it. It's going to say my name. I rolled a d6 for 6, so I rolled a 6. Nice. Also, you can see that it says I flipped a head. So if you want to roll a die, you could, or if you want to flip coins, you just click on it and you'll get the result for your coin. It is a random generator, so take that with a grain of salt. This game has a lot of hotkeys, and your best friend would be this little thing right here, which is hotkeys, and you can see all the hotkeys. I believe if you're a member, you can actually customize the hotkeys, change them the way you want it. But for the most part, I am not a paid member, so I have to use them normally. There are global hotkeys, and then there is hotkeys if you're hovering over a card, which I will show you in a bit. This is going to take you some time to get used to and memorize it. The faster you memorize it, the faster your games will be and the easier everything will be for you to do. I haven't memorized it, so don't feel bad. I'm still slightly learning how to use the system, but for the most part, I can use it effectively for Naruto. So I'm going to go first, and I'm going to draw. Now you can do a draw 2, you can do a draw 1, draw 3, draw 7, or you can type the number of cards you want to draw. Because Naruto opening hand is always going to be 6. You click 6, hit OK, and it will draw you 6 cards. Now I only have this card in my deck, so I will keep my hand. When you're ready, you'll say keep. That way your opponent knows. And then whoever goes first, they get to play the game. Now, let's say you didn't like your hand. You can do it two ways. You can just press the key, the M key, or you can click here, not click, but hover over it. Just you don't really click too much on it. You just hover over things, and it will say mulligan -1. I'm just gonna press the M, and it's going to confirm mulligan. You can hit cancel OK, but in this case I want to do the OK. And in theory, it should shuffle my entire deck, my hand back into the deck, and draw me 5 cards instead of the 6. And you can do this one more time because it's Naruto. You can mulligan twice. Oh my god. I don't know why I keep clicking on that. Click on the thing and hit M, confirm, boom. It's gonna mulligan. Now I am at 4 cards in my hand. Unfortunately, like I said, you can only do it twice. So that's that. If I went first, you would play the card by dragging it. And if a card has a hand cost, you would drag the hand cost onto your screen, and then you double click it to tap it. You can leave it untapped if you want to. That's totally up to you. Um, Commonly, when we play Naruto, we tend to tap our chakra, so people know it's chakra. I'm going to see about them adding like a chakra area zone, something like that, so that you know that it's a chakra. But for now, we're just gonna have to just put it underneath. Now, if you want to give a battle reward, you'll see that there is no battle reward area. There is the reinforcement, there is the remove from game pile, which is called expel, and there is the discard pile, which is called throwaway, which all these will be changed. So what I tend to do is I will hover over here with the hand, and it says play face down. It asks you the amount of cards you want to play face down. I'm going to just give them 2, because let's say someone swung out with a team power of 5 or more, you just give them 2 prizes. There you go, 2 prizes face down. What I like to do is that I like to organize it better on the left hand side. You can do the right hand side if you're a righty, or lefty, whatever the case may be, and then put it nice and neat like so. If you have a BR flip deck and you want to flip the card, just hover over it, and there should be an icon on the menu. This is the menu icon. Hover over the menu icon. Don't click on anything. Just hover over it, and then say where it says face up, you just click it, and it flips it face up. If you want to flip the other one underneath it, just make sure that your mouse is hovering over it, like so. Hit face up, and it will flip it. And if you need to see what it is, just make sure you hover over it, and boom, that's it. Pretty simple stuff. I want to move this down like so a little bit so you easier to hover over cards. And so that's how you give out the prizes. I usually make a row of 5 like this, and another row underneath of 5. So this whole area right here will give you enough space for you to play the game. Um, if you want to insert a token, in this case a coin, like a ninja coin, you would hit insert, and type in whatever the bug is. I'm gonna add some tokens. I'm gonna make custom ones and add them here. As of right now, I don't think we have any, so I'm just gonna hit the word bug, enter, and my search result was that, and then I'll just hit play token, close, and the token's in play. Now you notice that the token has like that little weird icon on the top, and if you hover over that little icon, it's gonna say token, so your opponent would know that it's a bug coin or whatever the case may be. When we add all the other bug coins that you can get in the game, it will look better, so people will know exactly what the card is, what the power are they of the tokens, and then that's how you have your token. Whenever you want to get rid of the token, just drag it to the discard pile. Did I? This should disappear. Hmm. That's weird that it didn't disappear. Looks like my game glitched out. So I know when you play solo, sometimes it glitches on you. So that's why the guy didn't move at all. Nothing has changed on his board. So I'm going to try to leave the game. Nope. Yeah, it bugged out on me. Let's hit the refresh button. Leave game. And then do it again. Oh, these guys are playing. Nice. I'll probably spectate the game in a bit so you guys can see how spectator mode works. See that? Hit solo. Start again. And again, it's just because I have the mirror, it tends to bug out when you do that. Normally when I do my play testing with my decks by itself, I don't have the mirror there. Because you have the mirror, it tends to bug out. But that's how you do the token. The tokens normally just when you throw them in the discard pile, they disappear, they vanish. Um, Now I don't know if you noticed, but there's like little counters here where it says 20 and 0. I tend to just right click it to, or sorry, left click to move my turn marker up. I use this as my turn marker indicator, and the one above I use for my opponent. Or you can do it vice versa because your name is here. So the white one could be you, and the black one could be your opponent. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. Just make sure you know. But these are for turn markers. I know Magic uses life points for this, and some other and Yu-Gi-Oh uses for like uh, their life points as well. So that's the way we're going to be using for turn marker for the most part. Now, if you want to look at a card in your deck, let's say I want to look for one card in my deck, you're gonna go over the icons. So these things right here, if you hover over your deck, these are going to be your best friends. These tell you almost everything that you need to know. So I'm going to hit find card. Obviously, every card in my deck is this Naruto. And once I find the card, I'm going to hover over it and and hit hand. Or you can press R. That is the hotkey for it. Hover over it and press R. It will get added to your hand. And then you want to reveal the card to your opponent so they can see what the card is that you grabbed, so they know that it's legit. Once they've seen it and they hit OK, or in this case they type K, you will then now conceal the card. Hit the X button on the bottom left, and then shuffle the V, or you can press the little shuffle icon. I just press V. It says I have shuffled my main deck, so you know your deck is shuffled. Now let's say I wanted to look at the top 5 cards of my opponent's deck. I would say look at cards. Unfortunately, you can only do 5. I've messaged them about it because there are cards that in this game that allow you to look at more than just 5. So let's see, maybe they'll patch it up and introduce more than 5. But for the time being, we can only do 5. So sorry about that, guys. And you hit 5, you're gonna get a message. Says DA says right here, says request that Bizarro reveals top 5 cards of the main deck. So they're gonna get a message saying that I requested that, and then all they have to do is hit accept, and then you'll be able to see the top 5 cards. Unfortunately, because I'm not playing with a real person I won't be able to see the top five cards of your deck. And then there's a request to find a card. So you'll request it, and you'll see they'll be able to request to look for a card. Uh, request to shuffle their deck. So you can request it, and then they'll get the little message and hit accept. So that's how you interact with your opponent's deck and interact with your own deck. If a card needs to get flipped face up, let's say you're playing the Karen that says Warden Karen, both players' deck reveal the top card of their deck. You just hit keep face up, and it will stay face up. And once you need to no longer keep it face up, you go back and hit conceal top card. And that's pretty much it. That's all the gist of it for the most part. Um, in terms of work in interacting with your main deck and your opponent's main deck. And there's a way to reveal your hand. So you can hit reveal, or I believe this icon right here will allow you to reveal, keep reveal, reveal all once, select a random card. You can shuffle your hand. Uh, but these are, like I said, this right here will be your friend. Like the little tools. This indicates how many cards are in your hand. This cards in hand will be one. You can make it bigger if you want this to be bigger. And then same is true for your opponent. Cards in their hand, you can see how many. You can't see their cards. I can see the cards now because it's mirroring what I'm doing. When you play against your opponent, you cannot see their cards. Now, let's say I wanted to target my opponent's card. Let's say you had a ninja in play, you want to target it. I tend to do where it says shake card, or if you want, press the H button, which is the hotkey. So hover over it, press H, and it shakes the card. That to me is like an indicator that I'm trying to target their ninja for something, or and your opponent would just type it, and you guys just talk to each other about it to let them know what's going on. And if you're on the Discord channel, because we do have a Discord channel for the Naruto Untap, there's going to be a chat room so you can actually have voice comp. I know that they're working on doing the voice comp for this. They don't have it just yet, but we can use Discord for the voice comp. So it's a lot easier, so you don't have to even shake a card. You can just like, hey, I want to target your Naruto. So you can just verbally say it. You can do the same thing for your guys. Your card, you can hit shake card. If a card says clone, like make a copy of itself, you can just hit the clone card, and it clones it. And then when you send the clone to the break zone, it should disappear. And again, it did it again. I don't understand why it doesn't do that. And it just like glitches out on me. That's freaking hilarious. Oh wow, that's pretty funny. Well, normally it would disappear. Again, it's because I'm doing the Bizarro mode, and I think it's that they're not allowed to throw the cards in the break zone, and that's what makes the game glitch out. I keep saying break zone. I'm sorry, I meant to say discard pause. When you play Final Fantasy, their discard pause called the break zone. And so that's how you make a clone of your card if a card says make a copy of yourself. Uh, like I said, this little tool right here above the card is going to be your best friend. Get used to it, learn it. You can add a counter on a card. Because it bugged out on me, I won't be able to add the counter on it, but you can add counters on it. So if a card says permanent 3, you can add 3 counters on it. So it's going to be 3 coins. And then you can go over it and it will say remove counter on it. Like I said, this thing just bugs out on me. I'm going to reset it one last time. And this time I'm not going to make any tokens. Leave game to refresh it. New game. Solo. Everything's already automatically saved to like how I had it, so I don't have to retype the name of the room. Okay, so the last thing I will need to show you is how to interact with your reinforcement deck. Because the cards always say face down, you don't know what it is, so what you do is you'll click on it, and this shows your entire reinforcement deck, but it's going to be face down. I told them about it, and they're going to fix it. Like I said, give them some time. Um, but they will edit it so that you can always be able to see it. So for the time being, what you would do is you'll click on this icon right here, and it will say keep reveal, not to player two, but to you. Keep reveal to me. So now you can see every card in your reinforcement deck, but your opponent still can't see it, but you can see it. Because the Bizarro is a mirror of me, he did the same thing I did. So I can see his now, but normally you wouldn't be able to see it. Let's say if you wanted to play it, you just take the card and you drag it. If it has a hand cost, pay the hand cost. Make sure the turn mark is correct. What I will be doing very soon is that normally when you hover over a card, you see on the right side of the screen how it pops up a bigger image of it, and you can read it. If you can't read it, I'm going to be adding the text so you can read what the text is. So it's going to pop up showing you the text as well, so you can read the text. That's going to take some time, a lot of time actually, but I'm going to try my best to do as much as I can. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the most part. That's all the things you need to know on how to play. Um, learn these interactions. There's the scoop button. So let's say we wanted to go to game two, you can hit the scoop button and hit scoop start new game, or scoop cards and side deck. But I don't have a side deck, so I will do scoop start new game, and it pretty much refreshes the game. And these are how you untap all your cards to draw. Okay. You can do that if you want to. Uh, I've never used that tool, but maybe somebody will find use for it. I don't know what the use for that tool is just yet. No response buttons. Alert, alert, response. And this tells you if anyone's spectating the game. So let's actually do that now that we can get a chance to do it. Let's leave the game. Normally when you leave game, it will say who's the winner, and you get to choose the winner. Because I'm not playing anybody, it doesn't give me that option. So let's hit spectate. Spectate. It's going to join the game. Boom. So these guys are playing. Looks like you took 1 point of damage, and you see there's little things you can do like combat phase, and you can change that. Unfortunately, we don't have all the proper phases, and they will be editing the phases soon with the organization phase, exchange of jutsu, and then the showdown, stuff like that. Uh, but for the time being, we're just gonna have to just type it down. I feel it's glitched now. Can't control my deck. I can type these guys. Sup, y'all. Let's see what's going on. What happened? So it looks like they just started. So it looks like he's on turn one. That's on turn one as well. No, it's Shine, the beginning. Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to say. Good luck, guys. As we speak. Yes, I'm a very slow typer. But I'm gonna head out. Leave game. But yeah, like I said, you can spectate it. It's gonna be pretty cool. So like, when we start doing these online tournaments, we'll be able to do spectates and stream the video, and you can have a judge on the floor, so that way, someone has any rulings, you can do all that stuff. Let's get out of here. A lot of these people are learning how to use the program for the first time, so bear with them. Uh, give people some chance. Not everybody's gonna know how to play it on their first try. This is going to be a lot of trial and error. Did you mean adding cards to your deck? Yes. See, people still learning how to do all this stuff. Uh, like I said, we have the Discord. So the Discord will be very useful. I will be putting the link of the Discord in the description below, so you can go check it out, join it. A couple of the admins are going to be joining the Discord chat as well, so you can probably ask some questions directly. We'll be doing spoilers for the upcoming fan made sets. So you can check those out as well. And I do, like, as you can see in the video right now, those are spoilers that I'm showing right now. None of that is 100% confirmed. They can always subject to change. We will be uploading custom cards, the some of those fan made cards as well for the upcoming sets that we're working on, so you guys can play test them and give us feedback on the cards. So look forward to that kind of stuff. Um, there is a way to go on your settings. Yeah, you go to set accounts, hit settings, and you can actually change the size of the cards. You can make them larger, small. I like to use medium. I believe if you use large, you get to see the card a lot better. But I like to have the medium size. I don't know, it's just me. You can change your settings the way you want it. I'm just trying to see if I missed anything. If you need to report any bugs, just hit the bug report. It'll bring you to a trouble ticket place. So you just follow trouble ticket and let them know what the problem is, or if you have any advice on improving. Let's say you didn't like something, like they should implement this, and you can just let them know, and you can improve it. Actually, let's just do that now. So here's the issue tracker. You just type in your email address, any bugs or improvement, hit the improvement. Um, you can choose deck building, create or join in a room, play a game, account settings, stuff like that. And that way they check these all the time, and that's the reason why Naruto was actually implemented into the Untap system. Is that if me and a couple other people said, "Hey, you guys should add Naruto," and boom, within like maybe almost a month, it was added. So, like I said, they do check those a lot. So that's one way of improving Naruto for if you guys want to. Um, what's cool about the deck edit, and it's something I didn't show you guys, I probably should have showed you, is that you can download your deck. So let's say this deck is done. I like this deck. You hit download, and it will say save file with set ID. You hit that, and you can save it as a text file. If you wanted to, let's say someone had a deck list and you wanted that deck, and all you have to do is it says paste deck from text. So you would paste the deck. So let's say you wanted 3 Naruto. Well, let's add 3 Naruto Uzumakis. I don't know his card number. Oh, let's add Sasuke Aizer Serpent. I believe Sasuke Aizer Serpent is card number 1000, right? So we'll put 3 copies of it. You're gonna hit the mark and then put N because he's a ninja, and then his number is 1000, and then we'll close that and hit import card. So you notice that it says play main deck and throwaway whatever. We have it in the main deck. It's already selected. That's why it's blue. And then we hit import cards, and it didn't show up. Why didn't it show up? Oh, it did. Oh, Devapath. I was looking for Sasuke. So I think Sasuke is 101 then. So Devapath is Ninja 1000. So let's try that again. Paste. 3 copies. Ninja 1001. And then input card. Okay, well, I was wrong again. Whatever. I know he's like 1000 something. You know what? Nah, you know what? I have to do this. I don't care. 3, 1006. Yeah, you always have to have these parentheses. You don't need to put the name, but the parentheses is important. Input. Yeah, I suck. But you get the idea. You just gotta make sure you got the right card number. That's one way of doing it. And so let's say you want to do a whole bunch of those cards, you can just type it like that, 3 parentheses ninja 340, and just do it, another one. Let's put I want 2 copies of that card. Uh, mission 44. And then let's just do one G2, J for G2, 003, maybe it's 3, I'm not sure. No, it's like I didn't do it right. Yeah, it's because I didn't add the correct amount. It's supposed to be 00003, whatever. But that's a way of doing it. Normally when you import your deck, you can do it one by one. It's easier to do it one by one, but you can do it. It is possible. When you just add 340, oh, cool. Well, that's another way of doing it. Uh, I've downloaded entire decks. Let's say you hit download and you just hit the paste, because people send me decks all the time. Let's open up the Discord. You get a look at the Discord. I do have a how to learn how to play Naruto. People don't know how to play it. Pinpoint, do we have how to play it? This gives you the list for all the cards. I got rogue list, rule book. It has a search engine, so we do have a search engine. So all that's on the Discord, man. So definitely check that out. But I believe this gentleman has posted his deck, and so we will go select the deck, all the cards, copy it, go back to the website, and then let's hit clear deck. Clear. So every card is gone. We will paste right here like so. Input cards, and you see all the cards that he had in his deck has been pasted. I have no idea what this deck is about. I've never played it, never seen it, but now you get a chance to look at the deck. Um, and when you're ready, you just hit the save button, and now his deck is there. And if I want to change the icon again, I'm just going to change that. Rockabee is not a bad looking art. That looks pretty cool. There we go. Save. Boom. Rockabee. But that's pretty much it, guys. This is Smarter for Sigma Gaming. See you on the next one. Adios.